Hello, welcome to Ekidel, where we train future civil and structural engineers. My name is Fashe Ochet. Today, we want to continue what we have started. But before then, now let me take you through what we have done. Let me show you the plan and how we got to this place. Because today, we want to do our steel roofing. Is that okay? We want to roof this what do you call it? Office, so to say, based on what was written on the architectural drawing. It's an office, so we are going to roof this place. Is that okay? We want to roof, and the type of roofing is what is steel roof. Is that okay? So that is fine. So let me take you through the plan for you to see how this place is going to be roofed. Is that okay? What is expected to be done here? Why this height is different from this? In case this is your first time of watching this particular set of a video, I want to say also that you should go and watch the introduction, the part 1 and the part 2 of this particular video. Is that okay? All right, that is fine. So you can see it now. You can now see it how the roof is, how it is expected to be roofed. So you can now see it now. So you can now see that this place, this is the what they call main launch and all of those in which you have seen. That place that's higher, and this is the roofing aspect. So you can now see the pattern. Is that okay? So, and that is why we are having this. Is that okay? That's why we're having this. So now we want to continue in roofing this this place now. So to start, let's now go to the foundation. Is that okay? Sorry, the story 1 plan. So I click on story 1 plan. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick my member, go to what? To modeling. From my modeling, I'll come to what? Trusses. Is that okay? I'll come to the trusses, and then I'll come to this place now. I want to show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something first. We have some options, but I'll just use the direct option. Is that okay? Which is still the same. So if I come to this place now and click, let me show you, for example, this one here to here. Can you see? This is what we want to use, this one, and you can see here. Before I do anything here, let me just show you what I want to show you first before I come back fully. Is that okay? So let me say this, okay, and then let me click on okay. All right, let me escape. So let me now go to 3D. Can you see what we are having? So you can see it now, isn't it? So this will not work. Is that okay? All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now, okay, let me see where is it? Okay, plan. All right, okay, I will delete it. Is that okay? I will delete it. So I also come to this place again, because it's expected to extend up to this. Is that okay? So is that we do it this way and now offset it in form of a roof. Sorry, it's in form of a form of eave. Is that okay? Form of eave. But what I'll just do, I'll come to this place now just to go straight. Is that okay? This point here, because this way is going to stop. Is that okay? Which then means that, for example, okay, let me show something. Let me do something. Let me show it again. You know, we are clicking on this place, isn't it? So I'll use this one, and then this. Oh, sorry. Double click again. This is what we are using, and then let me click on OK. All right, let me go back. You can see what we have, isn't it? Oh yeah, let me now show you something, at least so that you get used to it. Let me come down to this place. Okay, let me come to this place now. At this point now, let me now make it 1200. I think this side also 1200. Okay, but here this place now, at this point now, let's make it 6. 6. Okay, can you see 1074, which is okay since it's still the spacing. Is that okay? Let me also make it 6. Okay. All right, let me click on OK. Can you see now? Let me now take it like this. Let's see. Can you now see? Because of that extension, can you now see that it's far more than? But if you know the dimension, accurate dimension, if you can take the measurements from here to this place, I will not make it as your eave. Is that okay? As your eave. But instead of that, I'm going to do it this way. Let me delete this. Is that okay? And let me now go back. Is that okay? So let's start. Okay, click on this and come to this place. Now I'm going to use this one from here, since this is the edge. Is that okay? 0. I'll go to start from here and also come to this place. Perfect. All right, I'm going to use this type of steel because that's what is being used. So I'll now come to this place now. I'll come to this place. What I need to touch here, this place this time around, I'm not going to put anything. I'm going to leave it at 0. Is that okay? It's going to be at 0. So I'll now come down. I'll come down this place now of numbers. You can see this place. The spacing between them is much. You can now see 2000. You can see 2488. Can you see it now? If I check the other side too, 2478. The spacing, just like your pole line. Is that okay? Your pole line, the space between each pole line is 2000 plus, which is quite much. Is that okay? So on that ground, I'm going to increase the number of these. Let me use if I use 8, let's see. 8 is small. You can see that it has changed here. Can you see here? It has changed. But me, I want to use something like 1000 plus. Is that okay? Let me now make it a 6. Okay, 1000 to something, so perfectly okay. So this one also 6. Okay, can you see both sides now? 1200, perfectly okay. Now another thing is, what is the height of our roof? Is that okay? Then I'll come to this place. Let me go up. Let me scroll up. You can see apex vertical offset. This is 1000, but you want it 1005. I'll tell you why it's 1005. Is that okay? 1005. Okay. You can have up to 2005, 3000, up to 3005, depending. But I'll not tell you the condition around the height of your roof. Is that okay? All right, that is that. This is my left heel height. It's still okay. 1000 for us. This is the top chord. This is what we call top chord. This is the bottom chord. In between them, 1000 is okay. If you want, you can reduce it. Is that okay? If you want, you can reduce it. Let me show you something. You now come to, let's say it's 800. Is that okay? Can you see this one I've reduced? Can you see that the difference between top chord and bottom chord is different from this top chord and bottom chord here? Is that okay? So if I now turn to this place now and also make it 800, they will be the same, but this place, they are not the same. Is that okay? So which means I have to go to that place, which is this place now. I also make it 800. Can you now see now? Perfect. So can you now see it now? So that is fine. Okay, so that is that. Okay, let me turn it back to 1000. 1000. Excuse. Okay, and this place also. What did I do? Okay, 100. Sorry, 1000. Okay, come to this place 1000 also. Okay, all right. So now come to this place and make it what? Make bottom chord perpendicular. Is that okay? Perpendicular. So this is it. All right. What's the next thing? I think for now this is it. Is that okay? I'll now click on OK. Is that okay? So let's now go and see what we have done. So you can now see it. Can you now see? If you look at it now, it's perfectly at the edge. Can you see it now? It's perfectly at the edge. Can you see? It's perfectly at this edge here. Let me see. Let me do it this way. Correct. So you can now see that it's perfectly at the edge because that if I made it what? 0. Can you see? Perfect. All right. So now let's now proceed. Okay. Now what about this one? Now select this one. Click on this. Is that okay? Come to this place. Okay. Here, this is where you choose your code. I'm using Euro code. Is that okay? If it's BS code, now I click on L. Can you see the minimum is what? It's 90. It's 90. Is that okay? So you can choose anyone here. That's under BS. You can choose come to this place. Depends on what you are doing. Is that okay? All right. So under this place, which is the angle iron, so that we are using. So can you see it here? If I select it now, so you can now see single or double. Is that okay? Single or double. So that is that. But I want to use what? Euro code. Is that okay? I'm using Euro code. So I'll click on Euro code. So under this, under Euro code, can you see minimum is what? 15. But under BS code, the minimum is what? 90 by 90 and etc, isn't it? So I want to go to Euro code and choose a lesser one. Okay, click on this. So you can now see what I have. So I can now come to this place. I choose what? My 90 by 90 by 12. Is that okay? Let me use this, at least smaller. Okay, if I want to reduce it, I can still reduce it. Is that okay? I can choose 80 by 12. Is that okay? Depending on what you want. So let me just click on this and then let me make it this. Is that okay? And then click on OK. And this time around, since I'm reducing, I will make it what, double instead of single. I'll make it double. Is that okay? If I'm going to make it single, it then means I'm going to increase. Is that okay? So that is that. Let me make it small ones. Is that okay? But double. Is that okay? I'll now click on OK. This is double. Then click on OK. That's for top chord. Is that okay? I also come to this bottom chord and do the same thing, which is already been done. Can you see it here? Can you see it here and here? Is that okay? So I'll click on this one. It's under double. It's selected. Can you see it here? I'll now click on OK. And for the diagonals too, still under arrow code, I can come to this place now. Can you see? I can choose the lesser ones. Is that okay? I can choose this one. Or at your own end, you can actually do this. Is that okay? At your own end, as I said, you can choose any of these. Is that okay? You can choose to reduce it. Is that okay? So that is that. Okay, I'll now click on OK. Is that okay? Still, I'm not going to use double. I'm going to use single. Is that okay? Since we are talking about diagonal. Is that okay? All right. So also vertical. Is that okay? I'll show you the diagonal and the vertical. Is that okay? So this one also. Okay. I'm going to use what? Okay, 70 by 70. Now let me use 50 by 50. The same thing. I think by 8. Let me check what I used the first one on the first one. Okay, single. This. Is that okay? Yes, single. 50 by 50 by 8, and this one 50 by, okay. Alright, so okay, then I can now click on what? On OK. Alright, so you can now see that it's small. The angular ion, they are very, very small. Is that okay? So that is that. Okay, let's now proceed to finish up. Is that okay? I will now come to this place now. Click on this, then take my this from this point here and also to this last point here. Excuse me. Everything the same. Is that okay? I will now click on OK. Is that okay? So I don't need to go back again. I'll just continue from here. Can you see the beginning? Is that okay? I'll just come to the next one. Okay, and also to the next one. Also to the next one. Also to this. And finally to this. Is that okay? Alright, so let's now go and see what we have done so far based on this. Is that okay? Alright, can you see what we have done? Can you see the roof? The steel roof. You can now see perfectly done. Can you see? Okay, but then the question now is, how are you going to go about this? How do you go about this? Now, are you going to now extend your Purlin to this? Is that okay? To this. It depends on you, but in this case now, I'm going to provide another truss here, close by here, so that even though the Purlin is going to extend maybe just like 75 mm or highest 100 mm into this. Is that okay? Into this wall. Understand? So that to avoid what do you call it, water entering to this place through this process, the distance between, sorry, the space between the roof and the wall. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So let's now go to our plan. All right, so where do we want this one? Now is your choice. It's your choice. It's my choice. Is that okay? Let me pick this. Let me observe this first. Since it's at the edge, I want to make it let me say, where is it? Okay, offset my F2. Okay, let me make it let's say 230. Since everything is 230, let me make it 230. Enter. Okay, can you see it here? This is my 230 here. Okay, since this is my 230, I can now come to this place now, click here, and then pick this one here and come to the last part and also click here. Is that okay? And then click on what? On my OK. Is that okay? So I can now go back. Let's see. Can you see it now? Can you see? Very, very close to it. So I can now have my Purlin extended into this, and if you want, you can still bring this one very, very close to this. Is that okay? So that is that. So now I haven't done this one now. You can now see that extension. Excuse me. So you can now see that extension here, just like what we have here in AutoCAD. Can you see? Can you see the roof around here? Can you see? Around here. This is where our columns are, but look at where the roof member is. Can you see it now along this place? So that is fine. Now the next thing we are going to do now is to put our Purlins. Is that okay? Is to put our Purlins. So that is that. So to put your Purlin now, I'll come to this place. But before we proceed, I want to say, if this is your first time of watching our video from Ekidel, I want to say you should click on like button, give this video a thumbs up, and at the same time, if this is your first time, don't forget to click on what? On subscribe button, so that our subsequent video, you can have access to them. Is that okay? So that as we are sending it, you will be notified, so that you'll be able to watch and also learn new things. Is that okay? All right. So okay, because in this video there's something I'm also going to be showing you when it comes to loading on structure that has what steel. Is that okay? All right. That is why anytime we release our video, try your best to give it a thumbs up, and also try to watch it from beginning to the end, so that at least no matter what, you learn new things. Is that okay? All right. So the next thing now is to put my sorry, I was talking about vertical that time. So this is my top chord. Let me turn it this way. Okay, this is my top chord and this is my bottom chord. This is the diagonal and this is the vertical. Is that okay? So this is top chord. I'm hearing top chord, bottom chord. Is that okay? Diagonals, all of those things, vertical. Yes. This is the top chord. You can see my cursor top chord. This is the bottom chord. This is the vertical, and this is diagonal. Is that okay? All right. So now to put my Purlin now, I'll now come to this place now, and as you can see Purlin up here. Okay, and then I'll come to this place now. This first one. This time around I'm going to do it in 3D, not in 2D. Okay, so you can now see it. So at this edge now, the edges I want to make it towards 75. Let me see which side is 75. Let me see this one. Okay, can you see it has extended close to the edge? Is that okay? If I make it 200, let me tell you why 200. Okay, so don't forget that this is where your Purlin is. If your Purlin is here, by the time you are putting your roofing sheet, you can imagine you are having an extension of 200, and definitely it's not going to be exact 200. You expect your roofing sheet to also go beyond this. The distance from this point here to this place here is 200. Are you seeing now? So now, if they are now putting their roofing sheet, you will discover that definitely your roofing sheet is not going to be at the edge of this place. You still expect to go far, a little bit away from this, in order to prevent this from water, isn't it, rainfall. That's fine. So you can now imagine that extension of a roofing sheet, which now give room to which is now make the roofing sheet to be exposed to to wind. Automatically the wind will start taking this particular place because of the extension. Is that okay? So to avoid that, that's why I want to make it 75. Can you see it now? So with the extension of your roofing sheet, you discover that it still have enough strength to against wind. So let's do that to the other side, 75. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. Okay, so now at by truss joint, yes, perfect, it's okay. So then I can now click on my OK. Is that okay? So I now click on this one. I don't need to go back again, just click on this. Automatically everything is intact. Okay, do this one and this one. All right, let's go further. Let's be fast. Oh, sorry, this one and this one. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, this one and this one. If you know what you are doing, you understand it very well, you discover that you don't have any problem. Is that okay? So, and lastly, this one. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. Oh, sorry, we have not checked. Is that okay? Let me click on this, and now, sorry, I'm coming. Escape. Let me escape. Okay, let me click on this and click on edit section. Let's see. Okay, it's hero code. Actually, I'm using hero code. I'm supposed to have shown you. Is that okay? Not BS code. Is that okay? Not BS code. Is that okay? I'm using hero code for this. Also, you can now see 100. We have a minimum is 80. Is that okay? Let's go to hero code and see, or BS code, and see. This one is UCP. You can see also this here. Minimum is what? It's 100 by 50 by this. But in hero code, based on this one. Sorry, I'm coming. Where is it? Okay, UPN. So you can now see minimum is 80. Is that okay? So that's how you go about even other country codes. Is that okay? To select your steel. Is that okay? Depending on what you want. Is that okay? All right. So I click on select. It's okay. Single, not double. This is single. This is double. Is that okay? There are times you use this. Is that okay? Depending on the span. Is that okay? All right. Since everything's okay, I'll leave it that way. Is that okay? So that is that. So the next thing now is to put our roofing sheet. Is that okay? Is to put our roofing sheet. So you can now see what we have achieved so far. So can you see it now? Perfectly done. Yes, I was trying to explain something to you that time, that the height of your roof. Is that okay? Now if you look, the width of your roof goes a long way in determining the height of your roof. Is that okay? So if this church, if this place now, from here, from this point here to this point is about 30 meters or 50 meters, or automatically the half of it will be what, 25. If from here to here is 50 meters, so automatically at the center here will be what, 25. So definitely for this angle to be able to come out to have at least some kind of a reasonable angle, we will need a good height. You need a good height, isn't it? So that is a bit, because this one is very short, it's small, so let me use the word here, small. That's why we are using 1005 height. Is that okay? Some can even use less than that, depending on what they want. Is that okay? But looking at this one, I think this one is reasonable enough from the architect, isn't it? All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's proceed. Now looking at this one now, the next thing to put my what, roofing sheet. Is that okay? My roofing sheet. To put your roofing sheet, mind you, in this software you don't have your real roofing sheet, but there's something we can use to stand as in form of what, our roofing sheet, and no another thing than what, cladding. Is that okay? So I'll click on the cladding. Is that okay? And then come and click on this. Can you see? It has shown us. Can you see? So this is it. This is how to go about it. I'll now click on OK. It will automatically take the shape that you want. Is that okay? I'll click on this. Okay. I think we're supposed to have even done something first. I'm supposed to have, let me delete this. So you can now see that this place, you can see this place now, space. So we need to extend this to this. So let me click on this. Sorry. Let me escape. Okay. Double click on this. Let me see. There should be a place for that. Okay. Yes, you can see it here. I think it's this one. Let me say the distance between them. Let's say 225. Is it 230 rather? Let me use the same 230. Is that okay? Let me say use the same 230. Let's see. Okay, let's just say okay. Let's see. Let's just say okay and see. Okay, it's on this side. Can you see it's on this side? So we have to go and change it. Is that okay? Let me click on it again. Double click on it again. Let's turn that place to 0. Where is it? Okay, let's turn it back to 0 and turn this place to what, 230. Is that okay? Let's now click on OK. Okay, perfect. So you can now see it now. You can now see it. Can you see it now? Which has taken over the place. How good it is. Perfect. Is that okay? All right. So that is that. So we can now put our roofing sheet in form of what? Cladding. Is that okay? Rather, cladding in form of our roofing sheet. I'll click on this. Is that okay? Or it will automatically take that shape. Is that okay? It will automatically take that particular shape. So I'll click on OK. Alright. So I'll now click on this one again. I'll just be clicking OK. Go to the next one. Click on this and then click on OK. Click on this and click on OK. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Is that okay? Click on this and say OK. And if you have not watched the part 1 or introduction to this particular video, go and watch it and also give all of them like. Is that okay? And also make your comment. Is that okay? It's very, very important. Is that okay? Watch the introduction to this particular drawing and also the part 1 and the part 2 up to this level. Is that okay? And the last part which you are going to be doing, if probably, yes, probably, if we not finish it now, maybe the last part will come up later. Is that okay? All right. Now you can now see what we have done now. You can now see that it's actually looking like a what, roofing sheet, isn't it? It's looking like a roofing sheet. So now don't forget that the roofing sheet has its own weight. Is that okay? It has its own weight, but this is just a cladding. Is that okay? So we want to put the weight of that roofing sheet on this. Is that okay? On that roofing sheet on this, and I'm going to be explaining some things. Is that okay? So that is that. I'll click on this. Is that okay? Right click to load it. I'll come to what? Edit load. You see, I'm clicking on the what? I'm clicking on what? On the cladding. Is that okay? Click on the cladding, right click, and also click on what? Edit load. That is why it's good to get this particular version of a Protastructure 2022 and also or 2024 and the latest one 2025. Is that okay? Protastructure 2024, sorry, 2022, 2024, 2025, they are very good, and 2018. Is that okay? They are good ones. Is that okay? All right. And then I'll come to this place, area. Is that okay? Because we are dealing with area load. Is that okay? I'll click on full uniform area load. I'll click on it. Okay. Now you can now see the magnitude. Is that okay? Now listen to this place very well. Now this magnitude we are talking about is what? Kilonewton per meter square. Not for the entire area. It's for what? Per meter square. So now the value here for roofing is what? 0.75. Is that okay? That is in a situation, in a place where they are not experiencing snow. In a place where they are experiencing snow, automatically you are expecting additional load. It's just like water, and the level of snow in that place depends. Is that okay? It can be up to it can be up to 230 mm high, the snow on the roof. You can imagine that kind of load. So in such cases, you don't use 0.75, because the value for those places where they are not expressing snow is between 0.75 to 1. Is that okay? You can use 0.75, you can use 1, whichever one. But for me, I'm using what? 0.75. Is that okay? All right, because they are not experiencing snow. And this your loading also depends. It greatly depends on the places, because there are some places whereby the speaker is going to be hung on what? On the trusses. I'm going to show you now. Is that okay? Let me first of all click on OK. Now for me to do that, I'll select it from here like this. Select the entire thing. Is that okay? And then click on what? You can now see the loads have what? Have appeared. Is that okay? So either be it dead load or live load, whichever one, automatically it's still the same load. Is that okay? That's going to come on it. So for me, that's I'll click on OK. Is that okay? So you can now see this one has been what? Loaded. Now what I'm trying to say is that the loading at times, if some places now, you can see some speakers, even big TVs, understand, they can be hung on what? On these members. So in such case, if they are pre-inform you about what the way they are going to put their speakers, automatically will also determine your loading of this place, because those speakers, their weight is going to drag this thing, these members. You have to design for it. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So let's now proceed. So what I have done here is what I'm going to do to the rest. So let me just do this one again. Then I will now pause this video to complete it. Is that okay? I will now come to this place. Okay, come to this place now. There's a 0.75. Is that okay? I will now select all. Highlight all and I'll click on what? On OK. Is that okay? So that is that. So this is what I'm going to be doing to the rest. So in order to reduce the length of this video, let me just pause it. Is that okay? All right. All right. So we are now done with this. Is that okay? It has been fully loaded, just like the first one and the second one. I just repeated it. Is that okay? To the last one. All right. So you can now see how it's looking. It's actually giving us what we are looking for. So if you now look at this, it's actually looking at this like this plan. Can you see it now? Can you see? Can you see this plan now? Can you see it here? Can you see this extension here? Can you see the extension here? So if you now look at this place now, if you now look at it like this from the area as an area view, so you can now see it in 3D form. Can you see? Can you see this place now? Can you see? Perfect. Is that okay? So that is that. So the next thing now is to analyze. Is that okay? Is to analyze. So if you want, some might be asking, why are we not having a roof load on this? So it's your choice. If you want to have a roof load, why not? You can have a roof load on this particular one. So for example, let me just show you. Is that okay? You can get your full what do you call it, roof load. Is that okay? And put it on this. Is that okay? All right, that is fine. Okay, you can just use a block work. Is that okay? Block work, and then let me see where is a edit load. Yes, correct. So I'll come to this place now. You can just put some roof on it, some loads. Is that okay? Wall load. Is that okay? Wall load. Then 3.47. 3.47. In case this is your first time, you don't know how we came about this, go and watch our part 1 or part 2, or go to Ekidel YouTube and watch some of our videos. You get it there. Is that okay? Now the height, let me just say the height, a maximum of 3 since it's a small structure, let's say 3 or 2 blocks. Is that okay? 2 blocks, which is 400. Let me use a 450 450 height. Is that okay? So which is about 1.5. Is that okay? 1.5 kilometer per meter. Is that okay? Which is quite okay. 1.5 kilometer per meter, which is very okay. Far okay. Is that okay? All right. So then I'll now click on what? On 230. That's my block width. Is that okay? My block width. I'll click on this. Is that okay? It has already appeared. I'll click on this. Is that okay? So that is that. So you can now see what we are having. Can you see? Just a small roof on it. Is that okay? All right. So if you now want, you can now do what? Click on this, right click, and then click on what? Where is it? Copy. Yes. After copying, yes, copying this, and then select this. Is that okay? I'll select this one. Now come to this place. Where is it? Okay, let me look for it. Where are you under story this? Where is it? Okay, story 2. Click on this. Sorry, I'm coming. Let me bring it up again. Okay, where's my beam? Yes, this is my beams. Click on this. Okay, click on shift key down, select all. Okay, selected, right click and click on what? Paste. Is that okay? So let's see. You can see now we have already added a small load. Is that okay? On all of them. Is that okay? Okay, so let's now proceed. Let us now proceed. So the next thing now is to analyze and design. So now to analyze this and design, so we are going to come to this place, come to analysis. Is that okay? Go to analysis and click on what? Building analysis. So under building analysis, before I analyze, I have to choose what? This. Is that okay? I'll come to loading. So I'll use what? Create different combination for steel member design. Create different combination for steel member design. So is that okay? And also you can see define combination for roof load. Is that okay? Define what? Combination for roof load. Is that okay? I can just also click on this one. I don't need this one because there's no snow. Is that okay? I'll click on OK. Is that okay? Yes, adjusted, everything's there. So I now click on what? On OK. Is that okay? So here you know how to do your grading. Is that okay? So I can come to this place now. Let me come to this place now. Of my reinforcement. Let's see. I'll click on edit material. Sorry, first of all, edit material. Okay, at this point now, my grade of concrete is that okay. My grade of concrete, let me change it. Is that okay? I'm using grade what? Grade 20, or if you like grade 25, whichever one, that's your choice. Is that okay? So you can use this one, grade 20 or grade 25. Is that okay? All right, so that is that. Since it's a small structure, we can go for what? Grade 20. Is that okay? All right, so I click on what? On this. Sorry. Have I clicked on apply all? Okay, grade 20 apply to all. Yes, okay. All right, so the next thing is this steel grade. This is my steel grade. I'm using grade 410. Apply to all and click on OK. All right, I'll go back again. I'll go back again. Click on this. Edit. Okay. My selection of materials column. Okay, no, I don't want 10. I don't want 12. I don't want 14. 16. 16 is okay. 16 is okay. 16 is perfectly okay for column. And also for the beam, I don't want 10. I don't want 13. 16 is also okay. And probably 20 is okay. Let me just leave it. 16 should be okay. Is that okay? And then for my slab, definitely there is slab, isn't it? I'm using Y12. The rest, I'm removing them. Is that okay? I'm removing them. That's fine. And also come to my foundation. It's a small structure. Is that okay? I will use a Y12 and Y16 in case. Though I don't like using Y16 because of the nature, the strength of our steel. Is that okay? I don't like using Y12, but since it's a small structure, I can just and it's not everywhere. Is that okay? I can use Y12 very well. Perfect. So I'll use Y12. And then for my link, I'm using Y10. Y10 is okay. Come here. Come here. Okay, that is all. I can come to this place now. And then click on final. Okay. And this one. Okay. Then I can now come to my analysis. Is that okay? Let's do our building check. Let's check it and see if there's any error or if there are errors. Is that okay? So I can rectify it. So you can now see building model check completed. Number of errors was 0. So you can now close it. I can now come to my building analysis. Let's wait for it. Is that okay? Can you see? Select beams, design, analyze and design beam. Then design, select. Is that okay? Don't forget we have steel, isn't it? I'll click on what? Steel also. Then I will now click, finally, I'll click on what? On building analysis. Is that okay? Okay, so let's wait for it. Is that okay? Now to reduce the length of this video, let me just pause it. Is that okay? All right. So as you can see, it's now on steel. Is that okay? Steel member design check. That's what is happening now. All right. So you can now see that it has successfully analyzed. So relative level is very okay. Satisfied. Sorry. Relative story drift is actually satisfied. So I click on OK. So let's wait for it, and I'll click on close. Is that okay? So let's now check our design status to now see what we have done. Is that okay? To see those members that are failing. Okay, can you see? Wow, can you see? No member failed. Is that okay? No member is failing. So can you now see it here? So can you now see it? So everything perfectly done. Analyze and design. Model, analyze and design. Is that okay? So you can now see perfectly okay. So we have successfully designed this work. Is that okay? Given to us by the architect. So you can now see it here. You can see it, this one here. So you can see it. Ground floor plan and the first floor plan. So everything, the one with the steel roof, can you see it here? So we have gotten a comment that we should do all. Is that okay? So thank you. We want to thank you all for those comments that we should do all. Is that okay? So we are going to do all. So since you want us to do this one also, if you look at this one, you can imagine this this place. On this place, can you see this place now? For example, you can see this place. Let's come here from this point to this point. You can see 7.79. Is that okay? So that's the length of this, and also the width. The width from here to this point here is 5.9, almost 6. Is that okay? So how are we going to go about this? Looking at this place also. Looking at this place. Is that okay? And there's no column. Is that okay? Because this one also, this ground floor here, there's no column here. Is that okay? How are we going to design it? All of those things we are going to explain when we start this particular one. Is that okay? All right, so that's fine. So let's now go back. Let's now go back to what we have done. So can you see now? So the next thing now is to do what? Interactive design. So how to interact with your member, we have done a lot of videos on that. Is that okay? We have done a lot of videos on that. So if you want to know how to interact with your member, go and watch our subsequent videos. Is that okay? So that is fine. So we have now successfully designed this. Is that okay? So let's quickly use this opportunity just to show you how the foundation will look like. Is that okay? All right, so now let's see. I'll go to my story 1 floors, story 1 plan. Is that okay? I'll now go to story 0. Is that okay? At this point now when it comes to Protastructure 2022 and other 2022 and above, you discover that there's no place for you to put what? Your soil bearing capacity. So okay, let me click on what? Insert pad. Is that okay? If I should click on it, let's wait for it to come up. So as you can see it here now, there's no place for us to do to enter our soil bearing capacity, and you can now see even at this is failing. Is that okay? How do you now go about it? It's very, very simple. Is that okay? How do you go about this? Very, very simple. Is that okay? So in order not to rush this particular aspect, I want to say we are going to do video on the foundation of this. Is that okay? Of this particular building. Is that okay? So at this point, this way we are going to stop. So how do you now insert your put your own soil bearing capacity given to you from by the geotechnician? Is that okay? From the soil report, how do you now put your allowable soil stress using this particular software called Protastructure 2022? Is that okay? All right, if it's 2018, is that okay? Automatically it will show you, as you right click and click on the insert pad, it will automatically show you that page whereby you can enter your allowable soil stress. But in 2022 and above, you have to do some settings before you can come to this place to insert your pad. Is that okay? That will be done in our next video. Is that okay? All right, that is fine. So I want to say that at this point, having seen what we have done so far, I want to say you should click on like button, and also give this video subscribe if this is your first time. Is that okay? Thank you very much. Till I see you next time in our next video. I want to say, tell others about Ekidel and what we are doing in Ekidel here, because many are outside there that really want to learn this. Is that okay? Thank you very much. Till I see you next time, I want to say, God bless Ekidel. God bless us all. Bye.